Hey guys, so I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of like my third take on trying to film this video. So basically, I wanted to just sit down and have a talk with you guys. Honestly speaking, I don't really have any content that is planned until I get to Korea, and the content I plan is just vlogging. And there's an asshole. I don't have any plans of making any videos until then, and even when I get to Korea I have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So yeah, I just wanted to sit down and make this video just to talk with you guys and kind of open up about my life, I guess. If you guys don't know, I do have a main channel, AKTF Hyunjangi, and that is kind of where my dancing is. And on recent videos there were comments about my weight loss. I've always wanted to address it, but I felt like there was never the right time because I'm still currently trying to lose weight and I'm still on my weight loss journey. I didn't know when to address it, but I just kind of wanted to sit down. Even though my journey is not complete, I wanted to kind of address here and there about the beginning and middle of my journey, and maybe in the future I can have a nice happy ending. I want to have an informative video, but as I was explaining earlier, this video is very last minute kind of thing where I just decide to sit down to talk to the camera. And yeah, maybe if you guys leave some questions or comments down below, then I can address it in a future more organized video. I feel like I should start my childhood. So basically, as a child I was quite chubby. Like, I just wasn't the best weight that I could have been, not gonna lie. Like, as a child I really was a good eater, and I was proud of that, kind of, not really. I didn't really have that much issues with my body. I was just like, I guess people are like being mean because I was Asian in a predominantly white school. I never really associated it with my weight, so I didn't really hate my body when I was younger. I just wanted to be a little bit skinnier and look thinner. That's kind of where my mindset was. I wasn't hating myself, I just always wanted to be skinnier, and those days when I felt really fat or really ugly, I would just not eat that day, but the next day I would just go straight back to eating. So there wasn't really a diet plan ever made when I was in high school, middle school, elementary, like nothing. Like, I didn't hate my body, but I didn't love it either. It was just a neutral kind of emotion, like no hate, no love, just right in the middle. Wished it was better, but could live with it. Right. I did kind of compare myself to my friend group. I just felt very ugly compared to them, not gonna lie, because I was the chubbier one. And you know that word duff, whoever came up with that, yeah, I felt like that because I felt so different compared to them. So that's kind of a little bit of when I started wanting to lose weight, but I never really worked on it. And right after high school I went to Korea for a year, and during that year I feel like there was like my first phase of transformation. I've lost some of my baby fat around my face, and also I walked more and was working all day, so I naturally lost some, like a little bit of weight, and I did get a little bit of a clearer skin as I ate healthier foods in Korea, not by choice. It wasn't a diet, it was just they had healthier options that I could enjoy daily instead of just like eating fast food in America that I would eat normally. I kind of naturally lost a little bit of weight, and I also didn't hate myself then. I thought I looked okay. Like, not gonna lie, I wasn't satisfied. And I do want to say that yes, I did develop some body image issues within the past few years after I returned from Korea, but I'm actually very grateful that I didn't develop such negative body image issues when I was younger, because I feel like as an adult I could be more logical with myself and try to explain to myself why my body looks like that. But if I was younger and I had very bad body image issues, I would just only hate myself. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but if I'm young, I would just not care about the logics behind weight gain or just being a little bit heavier. I would just go straight to hating myself, whereas now I can kind of explain to myself that there are days where if you eat a little bit of salty food, you're gonna maintain water weight. Like, there are reasons as to why sometimes you don't lose weight when you're trying so hard. But if I developed this when I was younger, I feel like I would have been in a much worse place now, and I would have formed a very bad eating disorder if I did deal with this when I was younger. I don't know what I'm explaining. Like, it's very dark. So I'm kind of grateful that I did not form these negative body image issues when I was younger. So yeah. Well, after I came back from Korea, I feel like I went in with like unhealthy American food, and I did gain a decent amount of weight back, like maybe even more than I've had before. Like, at one point I weighed the heaviest in my opinion, and that was in college, you know, like the freshman 15. I think I went through that. Like, I went through unhealthy food during that time. There was just so much things happening in my life with friends, with some terrible people. Yeah, there was just a lot going on, and I went into a depressed state. It was just, nothing seemed like it was going right for me, and that's kind of when I zoned in onto my body. And yeah, like, I don't have depression, but I was depressed at that moment because everything just piled up, and I just didn't eat much. I was just always in bed. I was sleeping. I just wanted to keep my mind off of it. And that happened for like a whole 2 months, I think, for January and February. I just was feeling very cruddy, and that is kind of when my whole body image issue kind of came to light and shone brightest when it should have just not been there in the first place. Like, everything was already so bad, but then body image issues just wanted to be like number one on that list, I guess, and it kind of started creeping up on me. And that's when I started doing some unhealthy weight loss methods. Like, I've had a very big calorie deficit, and this was in sophomore year of my college, where, wait, right? I just started developing some bad habits, and I just wanted to lose weight because I felt like that would be one issue that would leave from my plate, if that makes sense. Like, I felt like I was drowning, and if I just lost a little bit of weight, it would be a little bit easier to swim to the top. I feel like, yeah, that was kind of my mindset. I just kind of wanted to scapegoat and feel a little bit better about myself. So I feel like that's when I started wanting to lose weight, because like, if I look better, then at least one thing would be going my way, right? And I know that's probably like the worst way to start, but yeah, that's how I started. Sadly. Very sadly, that's how I started to try to lose weight. I just felt like nothing was working for me, and now that phase is over. I've met really great people, and I'm surrounded by great people too, so that is no longer the main reason. But after I started having a bad body image issue, it kind of, that stuck and nothing else stuck. Like, the whole friend issue, social issue, legal issue, like, none of that stuck except for the body image issue. And that is always sticking with me till now. I will say that the main way that I've lost weight was whenever I stuck to certain foods. Like, I would just drink something constantly, and I would lose the most weight if I were to go on like specific food diets, or like if I just ate very little. Like, those are the most effective weight loss for me. Like, even if I were to exercise, which I'm doing now, I'm doing the healthier way of losing weight now. But when I used to do the more unhealthier weight loss methods, that's when I saw the most results. But I've also gained back some of the weight. Like, I've never gained my weight back to when I was the heaviest. However, I have gained a little bit of weight back, and I always fluctuate between like 115 to 128-ish. Like, it's always fluctuating, and I always have a goal in mind, but I always do know that I'm still young. It's like I'm still going to work hard for my goals, but I've came to the terms that I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't reach my goals, because it's like, that's not humane. Like, not humane, but that's not human. Like, you can't reach every single goal you want at a specific time. Like, if you work hard enough, if you work steadily enough, then you'll get there one day. So yeah, I hope that this was not informative at all. I'm not gonna lie, this was just talking about me. There was really not much information on it. There's no diet method that I could recommend you guys, because there is nothing that I have for myself. Like, currently what I'm doing is just trying not to eat so much and trying to limit my intake on food, or like portion it a little bit better, and also exercise a crap ton, because I do need to get in shape for the Air Force. So yeah, that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed this last minute video. And once again, there might be some questions you guys might have. You guys can leave that down below, and maybe in the next video I will have pictures to like kind of show you guys, so I'm not just talking here. But honestly speaking, like, this time I'm just doing this, but like next time I will prepare pictures. I promise. The more official one that I will upload in the future, I'll have pictures, but for this one, too lazy to find them and edit them in. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye guys.